Hello there, I'm Violetann Tarot, and this is your pick a card reading for today about your no contact situation. So just generally, how are they feeling about you right now? Are they thinking about reaching out? Are they thinking about contacting you? And any other actions that they're going to take anytime soon? And just generally, any advice from Spirit. So I've been a professional tarot reader since 2019, and I'm also a psychic medium. And we're going to go into your card. So we're going to go into your charms first and go through each of those. So we have got 4 piles. So we have got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. But please do listen to the selection process, as it'll help you to choose, and you might have some more information that you need to know about them. So we're going to go through the numbers first. So with number 9 here, this symbolises completion, spiritual awakening, and humanitarianism. So you might be a very charitable person. You might be very charitable and very much like spiritually awakened. Pile 2, we've got number 15. So this is like positive change, self-growth, and self-love. So some of you have been working on your self-love, your self-growth. You've kind of been trying to take a step out, trying to take care of yourselves, trying to make sure that you are going to become a better person, a better self. Number 17 here, we have got spiritual growth, inner wisdom, and success. So some of you have actually been having a lot of success in your life recently. Maybe not in love, but definitely in like career or finances. You've been feeling like you've been making waves. You've been feeling like you've been growing mentally. So you've been getting more spiritual wisdom and just generally progressing forward in quite a well way. And number 19 here. So this is definitely a sign of new beginnings, self-sufficiency, and being able to complete the tasks ahead. So many of you that have chosen pile 4, you've started to kind of have this kind of mental clarity of going, you know what, I'm starting to progress forward, and you know what, I'm starting to push forward, you know what, I'm starting to head forward. And I feel like this is you starting to become stronger in yourself and more sufficient in yourself. Like, you don't need somebody else to hold your hand, you don't need somebody else to take care of you, you don't need somebody else to progress you forward. As for the gemstones here, with this beautiful amethyst here, I do feel like you very much have a very deep and significant connection to spirit. So either you literally have spiritual practices, or you choose to kind of be connected to spirit in some way, either through religious organizations or connecting through meditation, or you have something significant that you really feel like you are very deeply, on a very deep level, connected with spirit. Pile 2 here, with this red one here, I do feel like you have a lot of hidden passions, and I do feel like this is more like sexual desires as well as like other passions and enjoyments in your life, but you don't feel like you can really express it. Pile 2, with this red one here, you don't feel like you can truly express that or truly explain that or truly kind of discuss that with people. Pile 3 here, with this lovely kind of this lovely point here, I do a lovely point rose quartz. I do feel here that you are really kind of able to kind of grasp self-power, self-control, and particularly as soon as you have that control over your kind of mindset, your self-love, as soon as you have the control over the self-love, the new beginnings, the bright new starts, the growth, the success follows soon after. So it's almost like, to gain success in your life, the only thing you need to kind of control is your self-esteem. And I feel like you are starting to harness that more and more, which is why you're having some success, but you can't really have the success you want until you kind of harness that. So this is almost like chiseling the self-love into a point that can kind of cut through everything. Pile 4 here, we have got an amethyst again, but this one's slightly clouded. So I feel like pile 4, you do have a connection to spirit, and I feel like you do know you have a connection to spirit. Some of you are kind of in denial a little bit about it, a little bit like, oh, I'm not that good, I'm not really that good. And I feel like they're trying to give you this mental alerts. They're trying to give you these messages saying, you are that good, you are that bitch, you are that good. But part of you is wanting to deny it. Part of you is attempting to deny it. Part of you is like, I'm not that person. I can't do this. But although your connection to spirit is a little bit cloudy, it's not as clear as pile 1, you do have a strong connection to spirit also, but yours is a bit more kind of held back, a little bit restrained, a little bit clouded, and I feel like a little bit clouded due to issues in your own life, but also a little bit to do with you constraining it, kind of going, oh no, I can't do this, and that's why you're kind of learning to do the self-sufficiency and learning how to complete phases, learning how to kind of create new beginnings for yourself. So we're going to go through here for the letters. So please do take the letters if they resonate with you in general, but I'm just going to tell you what I feel from the letters. So we got R and C. So this for me, it almost spells out race car. Race car. Like that's what I'm getting drawn to, is race car. So you're racing ahead, you're trying to kind of progress forward, you're trying to race ahead. Race cars do need a lot of work, to maintain a race car, to maintain things, you need a lot of work, you need a lot of kind of soul searching. So I do feel like here that you're trying to race ahead, but make sure that you're doing those positive little changes, positive little things, because that's going to help you in racing ahead. And here we've got the O and the A. So with the O and the A, I feel like almost like fruit trees. That's what I'm getting drawn to with the O and the A. So olive trees and apple trees. And olives sometimes are a symbol of like peace, like it's in the olive branch, and apple, like new beginnings, new growth. So some of you are extending out an olive branch to somebody to have new growth. You're trying to build up trust, you're trying to build things up, but also like bearing fruit as well. These both are trees that bear fruit. And one thing to be important about with this, that your actions, that which you sow now, will bear fruit. So don't kind of doubt yourself, like they will, as you kind of put this effort in, they will bear fruit. Pile 3 here, we have got a T and a D. So what I'm getting drawn to here is today. So with today, with the word today, don't put off what you can do today, is the saying. Don't put off what you can do today. So sometimes, like, we have a task that we need to get done, we kind of procrastinate, we kind of go, I'm not really sure, like, I should do this, not really sure if I should, like, I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. So don't put off today what you can do don't put off tomorrow what you can do today, basically. Don't put it off until tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. So you need to start kind of getting stuff done when you say you're going to get stuff done, because I feel like some of you are getting distracted of going, well, I'll just go and do this for an hour, and that distractible energy, it will cause you issues, will cause you problems. So with pile 3 here, I know it's an O and A again, but I'm not getting drawn to the olive trees this time. I'm getting drawn to Olivia, like the name Olivia, and Adam. So some of you that literally might be the names. If it is the names that you're dealing with, either your name is Olivia or like the person you're dealing with is Adam, please take it. Like, this is a general reading, so some of you might resonate with Olivia, and some of you might generally resonate with Adam. But I'm also getting the song Olivia. So there's a song that I'm not going to sing it, but basically it goes, I love you, I love you, I love you, Olivia. So some of you might be drawn to that song as well, the I love you, Olivia, or some of you might actually be Olivia or Adam, or dealing with Olivia or Adam. We're going to go into your charms now. So for charm pile number 1 here, we have got this moth, and we've got the angel wings here. So One thing I want to say is I feel like your spirit team is constantly like, oh, you're like a moth to a flame. Like, the angels are trying to protect you, trying to guide you, but you're like a moth to a flame sometimes. You get drawn in by people that are not the bestest people in the world, or situations because you feel sorry for the person, you want to help them. The only person that can help them is themselves. So if you do resonate with that, please do check out pile 1. Pile 2 here, we have got this half-filled shape, and we've got the owl. So some of you are kind of gaining a lot of wisdom right now, especially with like matters of positivity. Some of you are trying to be positive, but you always seem like your glass is half full. You're trying to be positive about it, you're trying to be significant, but you really need your cup filled up. Pile 2, you really need that cup filled up. So you're trying to stay positive, you're trying to look at the positive situations, you're trying to see everything positively, but you're really struggling to have your cup filled up. You're really struggling to see it in a positive light. And with the owl here, you are gaining that wisdom. You are gaining that wisdom and growth as you progress forward. So, pile 3 here, we have got this little key and we've got the moon. So, one thing I want to say about the key, for those of you who understand Hermeticism, you will understand the significance of the key. And coming in as well with what we were saying before about controlling your thoughts, controlling your mind. As soon as you start controlling those negative thoughts and actually starting to see yourself in a positive light and not saying that your stuff is terrible all the time, then you'll have the key to the temple. So for those of you that understand Hermeticism or mysticism, you'll understand that the key to the temple is opened by your thoughts, being able to control your thoughts, your mindset, that kind of thing. That all keys, all gates to the temple remain closed until you have that key. So you need to work on getting your key, which is opening up all the gates of manifestation. So they talk about it in The Secret and stuff, but The Secret actually stole it from Hermeticism. It's just Hermeticism rebranded, realistically, with a lot of the good points missed out. But yeah, so there is this signifier here, is that with The Secret, they miss out the fact that there is other steps and other stages. But with Hermeticism, which is much older, you'll understand that actually the key to the temple is your self-control, your sense of self, and you understand parts of the rest of it, I feel like, but you haven't got that self-control yet, so you need to control that. Especially the moon here as well. You might be dealing with a water sign, or there may be a water sign in your life that is quite significant, so sun, moon, or rising. But I feel like you are spiritually linked to this person as well, with the star here. And I feel like more than anything, your thoughts, your feelings spiritually charge your reality. So that's why you have to be careful about it. And you already know this. You already know that you are, a master manifester. You have the ability to manifest into your life. But it's kind of a little bit hidden right now. Pile 3 here, we have got this little sugar-coated heart. And we have got this leaf. So with a little sugar-coated heart for pile 3, I do feel like you have kind of a very beautiful, hopeless romantic, candy heart, childlike envisionment of love. Like, oh my god, I love love. Like, I love love. And, you are very embracing of it. You are very loving towards it. You love love. And I feel like in general, like, this loving of love is just beautiful. It really is just beautiful. It does get you in trouble sometimes because you are a little bit hopeless romantic. Some people aren't very kind to you. They'll take advantage, that kind of thing. But it's beautiful that you have this loving energy and you have the ability for infinite love. With the leaf here as well, I do feel like you're very heavily connected to nature, and that helps you to connect with spirit. So although you might not be as unlocked directly to spirit, when you're out in nature, it really helps you to connect with spirit. And I feel like for some of you, like literally going for long walks or being out in nature really helps to ground you and really helps you to feel strong and confident again. So We're going to go into the piles now, but please just choose whichever one you feel drawn to. If you feel drawn to multiple, feel free to watch multiple. But please focus on the person you want this reading to be about as you do your pile selection. And I'm going to see you in a minute. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, pile 1. So pile 1 here, we have got your charms. So we got your angel wings and your moth. We have your purple gemstone here. We've got your number 9. We've got the RC. And again, like I said before, like as I was going before with them, with the number 9, it does feel like it's a symbol of completion, spiritual awakening, and humanitarianism, if I can say that word properly. So basically you might be very charitable, you might be into helping people out, and just generally very caring like that. It does come at a price though, as we were talking about before with the moth to flame. Sometimes when you try and help people because you're so charitable, you kind of get drawn into their BS. You get drawn into their bad behaviors, and your spirit team tries to shield you from that and tries to help you from it. But man, they have their work cut out for them, really, you know, because you keep on kind of finding these strays, these abandoned people who kind of bring you down a little bit as well. So you're having to learn that kind of balance between being charitable and being helpful, and that's brilliant, but also taking control of your healthy boundaries. Often people, humans in general, always want to go to extremes. It's always one or another. It's always yes and no. And realistically, there's shades of grey. And the shade of grey is like, you need to be able to help people by putting up boundaries as well. You know, you need to put up boundaries, because if people disrespect those boundaries with you, they're going to disrespect them for other people as well. So, you know, see as like me saying no might help prevent somebody else getting hurt. As much as you don't want to say no, we have to put those healthy boundaries up. We don't want to shut off completely from helping people, but we need healthy boundaries. So with your gemstone here today, we've got this lovely amethyst, and it's so deep, it's so dark. I feel like you do have a really deep connection with spirit, and you know that. You can feel them, you can feel their energy, you can feel their input. You might even be somebody that sees angel signs a lot. And as we talked about the race card before, these healthy boundaries will really help you to stay in peak position. You know, it'll help you stay ahead of the game, it'll help you to push forward, it'll help you to progress forward, and it'll help you to head on. So we're going to go in now to how is your oops, sorry. We're going to go into now, how do you feel at this current time, and how do they feel at the current time? So we're going to get a few cards for that. So first of all, how do you feel at this current time? How do you feel at this current time? Ooh, a lot of hidden emotions here. We're going to get a few more cards though. And we're going to get a moon oracle as well for you. So we've got surrender to the divine. And we're going to get a rune as well. We're going to get a Babylonian rune. So we've got respect, majesty, we've got respect, trust, honor, and integrity. So, whenever the cards come out like this, reversed, it's always what is hidden. So what is hidden is that you feel stuck. You are trying to repress the fact that you're feeling stuck. You're trying to hide that you feel stuck. You're trying to act like everything is okay. I trust spirit. Everything is going okay. But you're not, the communication, lack of communication and lack of moving forward from you in your life is making you feel really upset. It's making you feel a little bit irrespected, like you are not being respected, like you're trying to keep everything in order. With the koala spirit here, came in reversed, and I just wanted to show it upright because I feel like at the moment you're starting to doubt that spirit has a plan. Like, you know that spirit has a plan because you have a connection to spirit, but you are finding it difficult to find contentment, to find responsibility, and find creativity. Like, you are finding it difficult at this time. Like, you know that spirit has a plan, but you're finding it difficult to believe in that at the moment. You do need to kind of surrender to the divine, which I feel like you're already trying to do. But you need to kind of trust yourself. You need to kind of trust spirit as well, because I feel like for many of you, you're kind of denying the fact that you are feeling a little bit stuck, that you are feeling upset about this, that you are feeling a little bit down about this. You're starting to feel a bit like, well, I feel bad about this. I don't feel like other people understand me, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Like, I don't want to like tell everyone I'm feeling upset or tell everyone everything's bad. I just want to kind of take a step back from this. And I do feel like here, though, you're starting to get a sense of contentment and responsibility and enjoyment out of life. But there is an element here of you don't want to admit the fact that you are not okay. And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to turn around to people and say, you know what, I'm feeling sad at this time. I'm feeling depressed at this time. It's okay to do that. It's okay to take a step back. You know, have a little bit of cry, have a little bit of upset. That's okay. That's okay. You've got to admit that to yourself, though. But you're kind of keeping it back at this time. We're going to have a look a little bit at this current time about them, about how are they feeling at this current time, like what is going on in their head, how are they feeling in general. So I'm going to move these out of the way for a second. So how do they feel about you, though? How are they feeling at this time? So, like, how are they feeling in general at this time? Like, what is going on with them at this time? What is going on with them at this time? They're very much focused heavily on their career, finances here at this time. Very, very focused on it. Like, I need to get my life sorted. I need to get it all kind of together. I need to kind of get my finances sorted. There is this element here of I need to get my finances sorted. They're not collaborating, though, with the reverse of the Ant card. They're not collaborating. They're choosing not to collaborate. They're choosing to be cut off from everyone. It's almost like they're sitting there going, I need to get this done, I need to get that done to do with work, and they're not wanting to discuss things with others, not wanting to collaborate. They're kind of keeping themselves away from people. They're keeping themselves distant. They kind of need some tenderness, though. They need somebody else to come in to help them. But they're cutting themselves off from everyone. They're almost like purifying their friendship circle. This is almost like cutting everybody out of their life so they can purify it, so that they can cut out those that do not serve them anymore. And so as well that they can be more flexible with their time. They're not spending all their time trying to make sure other people are okay, or trying to kind of take care of other people. There is going to be a climax with this soon, though, so they can't keep cutting people out forever. They can't just keep focused on the career and finance forever. we got Kimsha here. So, shared goals, beliefs in a relationship. So, this sudden change, this sudden climax is going to make them start communicating with others. It's going to make them start discussing things with others. It's going to make them start to kind of like talk things through with others. So this is almost an element here of like, although things aren't moving forward at this time very well, this is making them kind of progress forward. This is making them head forward. This is making them kind of signify and kind of head towards new goals and new realities. So there is an element here of a bit of a sticking point of they are avoiding people so that they can focus on the career and finances, but realistically their career and finances would grow really, really well if they actually, progress things forward, if they actually contacted you, if they actually contacted others, if they worked together, things would move forward. But we're going to have a look now into their current feelings, and then we'll have a look after that in the next actions. So let's have a look now into their current feelings. So what is their current feelings at this time towards you? So what is their current feelings at this time towards you? What is their current feelings at this time towards you? They're held back. They're very much acting very arrogant towards you. Stuck and stagnant. And acting really immature. So on the surface level, they're acting very immature, very stagnant. But how do they feel underneath it all though? I can't have love. I'm not ready for love. I'm going to have a look a little bit deeper into the other cards as well though. Like, they're almost in the mindset of I can't have love. We will be together again. I left before you could leave me. So they feel like they had to leave you before you could leave them. This person may have gotten into a rebound relationship after you. A rebound connection. But I feel like it was somebody like long distance. So this may have actually been somebody that they knew of long distance, or they had a connection with long distance, possibly. But it's definitely somebody that they kept emotionally at long distance, so they kept them, not allowing them kind of to get close to them. So, anything else? You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in our life. Through turmoil, and a blessing will soon be revealed. We've got time here. You are trying too hard, give it time. So, I definitely feel like they, unfortunately, although it's like a very much like they're keeping you at distance right now, that they need time to kind of progress. I feel like they're going to stay alone at this time. Like, I feel like there's definitely still love or attraction there, but I feel like at this time they are going to stay away from you. They are going to keep disconnected from you. This is almost like keeping away from you, keeping at a distance. We're going to have a look in the Book of Love though. How is their feelings about you though? You feel like a lost part of my soul. And I want to get this page as well. I want to plan our life together. So, they do feel like you're a part of their missing soul, part of their piece. The main thing I don't like about this is the fact that although they feel like they are heavily connected to you, although they feel like you are part of them and part of their soul and part of their connection, there's almost this element here of like, I don't feel like I am worthy of love at this time, or I can have love at this time. So I don't feel like they're going to contact anytime soon. This is almost like at the moment that they are so caught up in their own BS, they're not even thinking about you romantically. So although I feel like deep down there is an attraction here, I definitely feel like I wouldn't wait around for them, because the biggest issue here is that Their behaviour at the moment is avoidance. Their behaviour at the moment is, I'm not doing self-improvement, I'm just focusing on money, my career, my finances, what's going to happen next with that, where am I going to go with that, what's going to happen with that, where am I going to go with that. It's almost like this obsession with money. So there is a huge obstacle here with it. But is there any other advice from Spirit though? Don't contact right now, like stay incognito and stay away from this. They will come towards you eventually with an offer, but you need it to be an offer that you want, not one that you don't want. At the moment, if you contacted them or get in connection to them, they would kind of just come back around with an unworthy offer, so not really something concrete, not really a true relationship. It does feel like you need to kind of just move on, because this is going to take years for them to come forward. By all means, you can always keep them open in your heart, but I definitely wouldn't wait around. I definitely kind of stay open to love, because it feels like the biggest issue here is I don't feel like they're actually going to give you a long-lasting connection, which is the problem. Like, they're not really going to give you that anytime soon, so you'll be waiting for years for somebody to sort their life out. And sometimes that does happen, like you spend years waiting for somebody to sort their life out and then they eventually do come back. But in the meantime, you shouldn't be sitting alone, you shouldn't be sat alone. So I definitely say, like, here with the message from Spirit is, yes, they do still have love for you, yes, they still have desires for you, but they're not in a place right now of their personal growth to really offer you a relationship, and they're not going to be for years. So you need to really ask yourself, are you happy being alone for years? Or would you rather go off and actually have a happy spiritual relationship with somebody else and just leave it up to, the hand, what will be, up to the gods. But we can't just sit around waiting for somebody else to come towards us as much as we really love them. It's not healthy for us, and it's just keeping us stagnant. So, but as always, you are a master manifester. You have the ability to manifest whatever you wish in your life. So if you do want to claim this reading, just comment down below, I claim this. Or if you want to reject this, just comment that you reject this. Just to let Spirit and let the universe know that you're claiming or rejecting this, which energies or which directions you want to take your life in. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, Pile 2. So we have got today your reading here. We're going to go into, just generally at first, how do you feel at this time, to help me resonate with you, help me connect with your energy, and then we'll go into how do they feel at this current time, followed by their current feelings, next actions, will they contact you or not, and any other advice from Spirit. So I'm going to go into it now. So the first ones I'm getting drawn to now is the charms at the top here that we talked about before. The fact that you're gaining wisdom, the fact that you're getting wiser. But the problem here is your cup is always half full. You're trying to stay positive about it, but you really need a win. Let's be frank here, you really need a win, Pile 2. You really need somebody or something to come along to fill up your cup and make you happy, because you've been running on empty for a while. This almost looks like to me a gas can here, like a gas can, like when you're going in your car and your fuel light gets on, your fuel or your check engine light gets turned on, you're like, oh crap, I need to go and sort that out, and it's just like one thing after another. I almost feel like that's what's going on with you right now. Like, it's one thing after another. And because of that, you've had to repress a lot of your desires, both sexual desires and your desires in general. You've been having to kind of repress those because, be frank, you don't have the time or the energy to do that right now. With the number 15 here, this signifies like positive change in life, personal growth and love. So you do have some significant positive changes growing your life because the fact that you are, doing a lot of personal growth, because the fact you are a positive person. You're manifesting them into your life, you're making them grow. And that brings me on to the letters here, the O and the A. I got drawn to these as almost like olive trees and apple trees, or even orange trees, but I got heavily more to do with olive trees. And the reason why I say olives is olives bring peace. Olives are an idea of peace. So what you are creating right now, what you are putting your energy in, is going to create peace for you in the future. It's going to create solidarity for you in the future. And you need to realize here with the apple tree, that things will grow much more significantly for you, and things will grow much more strongly for you once you realize that things are improving and things are growing. So we're going to go into your cards now. So I'm going to move these out of the way. So how are you feeling at this time? What is your current energy at this time? Just to help me connect in with you. So we got the reverse of the Fool, reverse of the Magician, and reverse of the Death card. A lot of stagnation here. An awful lot of stagnation. Like, I can't take a leap of faith, I can't manifest anything, I can't have a new beginning. There's like so much stagnation around you, like so much stagnation. A personal resolution about this will be reached though, with the Moon card. Personal resolution about this will be reached, so you're not going to be on your own in this. You will find a way forward. So we've got the Otter Spirit here. You are never alone. So pile 2, don't feel like you're alone, because you are never alone. You have spirit around you. You have guides around you. You have people around you who want to kind of connect with you and want to be there for you and want to kind of help you. So don't ever feel like you're dealing with all this crap on your own. And I don't want to like downplay this. You've been through hell and back. Like, you've tried to stay positive though. You've been trying hard to stay positive and stay well. So you are never alone though. You always have a spirit to help you, to guide you. So never feel like you're alone. We're going to get some of these though now. Some of the angel messages. So we've got contentment, kindness, and birth. So this doesn't mean like literal birth, it's like a rebirth. So you are having a rebirth coming in for you, a new beginning coming in for you. So after all this stagnation, that's quite reassuring. Because of your kindness and because of the fact that you've stayed positive, you've stayed almost like content, you are having a rebirth coming into your life. You're having a new beginning coming into your life. And this is because you have kind of stayed in this positive mindset. You've stayed in these positive actions. You've stayed in this mindset of this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move these out of the way and we're going to see how are they feeling though? What is their thoughts? Like, how are they feeling at this time in general? Like, what is going on with their life in general at this time? So, what is going on with them in general at this time? What is going on with them at this time? We've got the reverse of the Queen of Cups. Reverse of the Page of Cups. And reverse of the Knight of Cups. I just want to get that one as well. Like, you really had to stay positive, haven't you? Like, there is a lot of kind of negativity right now. They're feeling like they haven't got any emotions to give. They feel like, almost like, I'm getting too old for love, or I've missed my chance at love. That kind of mentality. They really don't feel like they have any love in their life. And because of that, they're shutting down. It's almost like the mentality of they keep on telling themselves that love has like passed them by. Like, other people get love, other people get relationships, I don't. Other people get significant others, I don't. Other people get connections, I don't. You know, there's all this I don't. There's all this going on there. So there is this very much this doubtfulness with them, that they feel like at this time they don't get love. Everybody else gets love, I don't get love. I just need to carry on with life. How are they at this time though? I'm going to take that. We'll get 2 actually. So we've got the reverse as well of trusting magic. This is how they're feeling, and this is how Spirit is feeling about them. So with the reverse of the White Raven Spirit here, reverse of the White Raven Spirit, they are not trusting in magic at this time. They do not trust that magic exists. They do not trust that happy endings exist. They almost like in this mindset of life is just pain. Life is always going to be pain. It's always going to go badly for me. Like, such a downplayed one. We've got 9-9. If you look at this in reverse, it's meant to be 6-6, but we've got 9-9. So they are at this brink of this spiritual awakening here, but they haven't quite moved through it yet, because they're not trusting in magic. They're not trusting in a new beginning. But with the Quora Spirit coming out here, Spirit has a plan for them. It has a plan for them. It has a plan to push them forward with their spiritual growth. It has a plan to reawaken their love and their ability to love. But at the moment, at this present time, they're kind of rejecting it. They're kind of in the mindset of, it doesn't exist for me. It'll never exist for me. These all wanted to come out, so we're going to take them. So we've got faith, presence, light, and peace. So there's definitely this element here of they don't really have faith at this time. They're going to have to go through a renewal of faith, of feeling faith again, embracing faith again, feeling a presence with them again, feeling the life and light in their life, and feeling at peace. So they're going to have to go through that first. They're going to have to go through that significance first to get to a point where they can move forward and they can have feelings and they can have love. So they are on the brinks of a spiritual awakening, but they're not quite on the boat yet, if you know what I mean. Like, they're not quite there yet. So conclusions are within reach. So I feel like they're going to go through a dark night of the soul first. So things are going to get worse for them before they get better. So you might even feel them energetically pulling out to you, reaching out to you when things get really bad. So things are going to get a little bit bad for them first, so that they can be forged into the new person that they need to be, forged into this new life, forged into this new existence. So they're going to have to go through that first to kind of push them forward and progress them forward. But we're going to have a look a little bit deeper into their feelings towards you at this current time, because that's just generally how their life is going right now. But they are in this mindset of like, love isn't available to me. Love isn't here for me. Like, I can't have love. But how do they actually feel about you deep down though? How do they feel about you deep down? Oh, they're in this mindset of they feel like you've given up on them. Like, you've pulled away from me. I don't offer you anything of value. Like, you're happy without me. You're heading forward without me. You're heading towards a new beginning. Do they actually want you to come towards them, though? I do feel like they're very divided here. Like, deep down, they want you to come towards them. Deep down, there is still this desire for you, but they are pushing you away. So at this time, they are still pushing you away. They're still pushing you towards, like, I don't want to be in contact. I don't feel like I can offer much. Like, I don't feel like I can offer you anything. So they're still pushing you away at this time. We're going to have a look a little bit deeper, though. We've with the cards and with the oracle book as well. There is this like secret admirer kind of thing with you though, so they do kind of admire you from afar. So although they're pushing you away, and although they feel like, or they presume that you're getting on with your life, you're doing well, you've forgotten about me, it's like they're admiring you from a distance. Like either they're literally stalking you on Instagram or stalking you on social media, or they're just like daydreaming about you, trying to think about you, wondering what you're up to. This person like remembers like conversations with you or times you spent with them, and remembers it as fun and enjoyable, and it's like a happy memory, like, you know, it's their happy place where they go back to. So although they're pushing you away, there is this admiration here, this admiration love. I left before you could leave me. You speak to me through music. So many things remind me of you. So sometimes when they're listening to music, although they did leave you and they pushed you away, or they either left you or they pushed you away, they still think about you a lot. And when they hear certain songs, or they purposely listen to certain songs, they think about you. It draws you in. It makes them think about you. And so many things in their life reminding them of you. And they can't really get you out of their head. So this is somebody who, although they're kind of in a negative mindset, they can't get you out of their head. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop dreaming about you. They just can't stop thinking about you over and over and over again. So they're finding it so difficult to kind of let you go. So difficult to let this connection go. What about the oracle book though? How are they feeling about you though? Deep down, how are they feeling about you? I feel like we're connected in many ways I've never felt before. I'm not used to people loving me. So they're not used to people loving them, and they feel like they're connected to you in ways they've never connected before. So although they are in this kind of negative mindset, negative thought patterns about you, they have so much love for you. Let's have a look at these love oracle ones though. So we have got, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing our focus on each other, now is the time to give to yourself. So although they're not in the right place right now, it's time for you both to give to yourselves. It's time for you both to kind of push yourselves forward and progress yourselves forward in a positive manner, so that you can you can carry on to where you need to be. And with the twin flames, your passion ignites. Some of you might actually be a twin flame, so you've got this twin flame connection there. Others of you, it's similar to a twin flame, so it's like you keep on challenging each other, you keep on pushing each other to the next level, but you never seem to be able to keep each other in your life for very long. There's always one of you that pushes away, one of you that pulls away, and that causes a lot of pain and grief to both of you. So although this is a very passionate and deep connection, I feel like it is a very rocky of a connection, because they are dealing with a lot and they haven't fully come into alignment yet. You're going to keep on pushing and pulling at each other for the time being, it feels like. At least for the next 6 months or so, you're going to end up being pulling away and pushing, pulling and pushing over and over again, until they can kind of do the self-growth cycles they need to fully come into alignment. But we're just going to see though now, is there anything else you need to know about this? They are emotionally closed off, and they are not doing the self-improvement at this time, so that they can't really offer you much at this time. So I know we've had almost all of them reverse today, but sometimes that happens. But at this time, they can't offer you anything at this time. They can't offer you anything insignificant that isn't insignificant. So they need to get to a place where they are healed, and I feel like that is going to take quite a while. I do feel like eventually you're going to reconnect together, but there is this sense of exhaustion of once they are exhausted of fighting this connection, once they're exhausted of kind of trying to push you away, trying to disconnect from this, once they surrender to spirit, then you can have a connection. But they need to kind of go through this first in order to reconnect with you, in order to kind of pull back together. But as always, you are a master manifester, so you have the ability to manifest whichever reality you wish. So just comment down below, I accept this reading or I reject this. So you can let the universe know that, that you reject this reading or you really want to come into contact with this reading. Alright. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, pile 3. So we have got your number here, which is number 17. So number 17 is all about spiritual growth, inner wisdom and success. So some of you are dealing with a lot of more success than you're realizing, and this is coming from you creating inner wisdom. You're starting to embrace yourself. You're starting to almost weaponize your self-love, coming from here from the rose quartz crystal. So by empowering your self-love, by changing your thoughts and your beliefs about yourself and focusing it into a point, you're creating this self-growth, you're creating this inner peace, and you're creating this new beginnings, this success for yourself. I do feel like it's a bit of a struggle still at the moment for you. It's still something you're having to learn to do. It's still something you're having to learn to control. It's still something you're having to learn to kind of progress forward with. And with the moon card here, I do feel like a lot of this is to do with your emotions. So you tend to have a tendency to get into a negative mindset that kind of throws you off. So instead of being successful, instead of doing things well, you kind of throw yourself off with your negative thought patterns, your negative thought cycles. And I do feel like that's the issue here, is that you kind of get yourself into this negative thought cycle, negative belief plan, and that kind of causes you a lot of issues. I do feel like though here your key to success is your thoughts, is weaponizing your thoughts into seeing what you are doing in a more positive light. And yes, there is room to kind of criticize and go, you know what, I did really, really well, but next time I can do this even better if I do X, Y, and Z. And I feel like here the key is to unlock your thoughts, you unlock your ability to manifest. As we talked about before, if you know much about Hermeticism, which is basically where the law of attraction and the secret comes from, the gates, the doors to all the temple are locked to everybody except those who know how to control their thoughts and control their mentality. And that's the problem here you're doing at the moment, is you're starting to learn how to control those thoughts. The other thing I want to bring you to, which is quite significant, is this Tina D. The names might just be significant to you, but I feel like as well I get drawn to like today. So I was saying before earlier that don't miss out on today. Don't stop doing something that you could do today. So don't put off something you could do today until tomorrow, because I feel like that's the issue here that you're dealing with a lot as well. Because of these anxieties, because of these fears of failure, you're putting off what you could be doing today, honestly, away. You're putting it away, you're holding it back, you're putting it off, and you could be progressing forward today, you could be heading forward today, you could be achieving today, but you're never really going to do that until you choose to stop procrastinating. So tomorrow never comes. When we put things off, it's like, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, and it's important for us to embrace that and start heading forward. So I'm going to go into your cards now. So we're going to go into how you feel at this current time, just to help me connect connect in with your energy, and also to help you connect with the cards as well. And then we're going to go into your person's feeling. How do they feel at this current time? So begin with, how do you feel at this current time? I just want to get this one off the top as well. So money is definitely your main focus right now. The main aspect of your life you're focusing on right now is money and finances. How can I build up my money? How can I build up my cash flow? It's like you're seeing everything is dependent on that. You are trying to leave the past behind. You are trying to manifest and create a new beginning for yourself. And you have the ability to do that as long as you stop putting yourself down. You are starting to gain confidence and gain strength. This is the sign of Leo, so either you might be a Leo or you have a significant Leo in your life. And with the Four of Pentacles here, it's time for you to start saving. And I feel like for many of you with the money situation, it's almost like as soon as you get money, it burns a hole in your pocket. So you're never going to feel like you have excess until you have money in your pocket and you're going, well, I could buy that, but I don't really need it, so I'm just going to wait until I want something else. And it's not coming from a place of poverty mindset. It's not coming from a place of going, oh, I can't spend more money on that because I'm not going to have enough money. It's coming from this place of love. It's coming from this place of going, you know what? Yes, I could do that. Yes, I could significantly head forward like that. Yes, I could do it. But I want to take a step back from this. I want to take a step away from this. And I want to start to kind of take a step away from it and go, you know what? I need to focus on this. I need to focus on, saving for just the sake of saving. Millionaires and billionaires don't feel like they have to spend everything right now, but they, in the same breath, they don't feel like they have to save out of worry or fear. They buy these investment plans, they buy these stocks, they put their money in savings accounts so that they can grow. But it's from a sense of, you know what? I've grown this money, I'm going to keep growing this money. It's going to be there for me when I need it, when I want it. I don't need to spend money on silly things that are just going to clutter up my house and clutter up my life. I don't need to do that. I can just spend it when I need to. And this is the mentality of I don't have to spend everything I have straight away. I can take a step back from it. I can relax and I can enjoy myself. So, I'm going to get some more cards for you though. You're not really trusting in the magic right now, and these two are stuck together, the koala spirit and the raven. So you're not trusting in magic right now. You're not trusting your ability to manifest, and that, again, coming back to the rose quartz, you need some self-love. I almost feel like you need rose quartz, like you desperately need rose quartz. You need rose quartz on you. You need rose quartz around you. You desperately need it. You desperately need it. You desperately need it. More than anything. With the koala spirit has a plan. So spirit does have a plan for you, but I almost feel like you're asleep to it at the moment. You're not really awakened to it at the moment. Like, spirit's been desperately trying to tell you this plan, and I feel like some of you have been told about it, and you have been given visions, or you have been told. But you're choosing to ignore it. You're choosing to stay in this negative mindset. You need to change that mindset. It is the key to everything. It is the key for you to be happy. It is the key for you to be able to progress. You cannot get this from anybody else. Not this Leo that's in your life. Not anybody else. You have to get it from yourself. You have to get it from yourself. We've got here the moon cards. These ones should come out together as well. Really sticking today. With the reverse of it's time to release negativity. You're not releasing negativity at the moment. Sometimes, there's a difference in people. Somebody can be told the same negative thing and have two different reactions. One person can have this negative comment or a negative message from somebody saying, oh, you're ugly, your work's terrible, that kind of thing. And it can really devastate them. It can throw them off course for days or even weeks. And somebody else can have that same thought and be like, that person's a tool. Like, they can just instantly go, that person's a tool, and just walk away and be perfectly fine. You're doing the whole holding on to that. Just because somebody says something doesn't make them right. We're all just bumbling around this world. So just because somebody says something's bad doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean that they know anything about anything. So don't listen to them. Your commitment is being tested at the time. So whatever you're trying to manifest, your commitment to it is being tested. This is the universe trying to test you. You're going through hardship. You're going through problems. Can you kind of push forward? Can you kind of progress forward? So, yeah, I feel like it is being tested at this time, and it is doing well at this time. But your negative thoughts, your negative, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Whether or not you choose to hold on to those negative comments is up to you. You have the power to do that. Yes, you might not be able to control whether or not you have negative people around you, because sometimes we can't. Sometimes if we're working with negative people, we have a situation where negative people are around us. We can't control that. We can't get rid of them. But we have to kind of step back from this and go, you know what? I need to let them go. We're going to get a couple of these cards as well, these angel ones. So we got faith, presence, and peace. So faith is a presence in your life, but the peace that it gives you is short-lived, should I say. There's a thing that happens sometimes. You can have all these spiritual teachers. You can be somebody that goes to every single of these magical spiritual teachers, like the best teachers in the world, and I've seen it firsthand with people that I know, that they have all this money, they can go and see all these amazing spiritual teachers and pay to go to their spiritual retreat for 6 months and all this, that and the other, and they never learn anything. It's no good having a connection to God or a connection to spirit unless you work on those messages that they give you, unless you embody them. You're not embodying them yet. You're not embodying the unconditional love for yourself. You're not embodying that at this time. So it doesn't matter how much you pray or how much you connect with your gods, until you start to embrace that unconditional love for yourself and embrace that divinity, then you'll never kind of progress forward. You'll never move forward with it. You need to embrace that first. So we got Kismet. So we have got support, help in difficult times. Support and help in difficult times. So there is support and help in difficult times at the moment for you. You've just got to allow it in. And I feel like this love is coming from within. There is other people around you that are trying to give you that support too, but you are ignoring that support at this time. You're not wanting to embrace it. You're kind of ignoring it. So we're going to have a look at your other person. I know this has been a bit of a wake-up call for you. It's not usually this severe to the people that are reading, but you needed this wake-up call. You needed this information, because it almost feels like at this time you're trying to put all your self-worth in how other people perceive you, how other people see you, and that's never going to make you happy. You have to see yourself in that loving light. Being with somebody else isn't going to make you happy. It's going to make you temporarily happy, but it's not going to make you happy long term. So what about the person you're connected to? What about the person you're connected to though? The person you're in no contact with, they do want a connection with you. They do want to contact you. They do want to talk with you. And they see you as somebody they want in their life. But with the reverse of the Hangman card, they're not in the right place themselves right now. There's some personal self-worth work that they're doing right now. They're trying to do self-improvement right now. They're trying to get themselves on the right path. They're trying to do some self-care. This is somebody who is like shut off a little bit from the world right now because they need to do some self-care. They need to take care of themselves first. So it's nothing to do with you, it's to do with them. We got this ant spirit. It's time to collaborate. I do feel like they see it as time to collaborate with others, as in like they're expanding out their network of people, so they're not just connecting with you anymore, they're connecting with multiple people. Like, I just feel like once they do this self-growth, although they are a little bit insular right now, once they come out of this, they do want to collaborate with people. This is somebody who wants to collaborate with people, but they know it's important for them to be alone at this time. They want to, work with other people. They want to collaborate with other people. They want other people in their life, but they know for their highest good, their greatest good, they need some alone time right now to sort themselves out, to focus their energy and focus themselves. So this isn't like I'm shutting everybody out because I hate humans. It's I'm shutting people out because I need to sort myself out and then I'm going to collaborate. Like, I don't want to be shut out from everyone, but I know it's the best thing for me right at this time. We've got beauty, inspiration, and simplicity. They're trying to simplify their life right now. This is somebody who wants to simplify their life. Their life was starting to get too complicated, too noisy, too busy. They're trying to simplify it. They're trying to say, what do I need in my life? What do I want in my life? Because they want more time to embrace beauty and inspiration. So they want more time to be creative in their self. And I mean like on their own creative projects, not just other people's. But they need this time to kind of push this forward and progress this forward. So they're trying to work out, how can I create more time for myself? But they are embracing this powerful change. Like, this is them embracing change, of going, you know what? I didn't have enough time to embrace beauty and spirituality and creativity in my life before. How do I simplify it so I have more time for that? I can take more time out of my day for that. So this is almost like they're restructuring their life as a whole at this time. Shabara. Presence, status, and power. So I feel like this is so that they can extend out their personal power. They can create more of a presence for themselves. I feel like highly this is to do with the career and the creative presences. Like, they're creating this kind of push forward here. So we're going to have a look in their feelings towards you, because the feelings towards themselves, it's like, I like collaborating with you, I like the collaborating with other people, but I kind of need to focus on myself at this time. I kind of need to focus on, what I need to get done and where I need to go from here. It's like they're trying to focus on that first. So we're going to go into now, what is the current feelings about you at this time? What are the current feelings about you at this time? Feeling disconnected, like things aren't working out between the two of you right now, or wouldn't work out between the two of you. They see you as somebody that needs to do some self-improvement. They don't really feel like that this would bring value to themselves. Like if I'm being serious here, I don't see me being with you bringing value towards you. This is almost like I want to be friends with you, but like in a relationship it wouldn't bring value to either of us. Like, I don't feel like it'd be valuable. Like, I feel like they feel reluctant to say this though, but they want to come towards you, but they're kind of hiding their true intentions. Their true intentions is more to do with communication, talking things through, communicating. And I feel like almost like with the children card, either they see you as somebody younger than them, like a child, like they see themselves as a mother to a child to them, or like they see you as Like you are like my child. Like, I want to take care of you. You deserve love. You deserve happiness. I want to take care of you. That kind of thing. Either like they see themselves as like a father figure to you, or a mother figure to you. Like, I want to protect you. I want to take care of you. Or that like children are more of a new priority in their life. Like, they're more focused on their own children right now, so they know that they can't give you the love that you deserve. So this is almost like I care about you, but I care about you more as like a parental figure. Like, I want you to find love, I want you to find happiness, or I don't feel like I can really provide you the love you deserve because I need to focus on my family, on my children, on my life, that kind of thing. Let's have a look here though. Many things remind me of you, and you speak to me through music. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So they know that they were a distraction from your pain. So they know that you were quite significantly in pain. A lot, like you were in pain a lot. And that they were helping distract from the pain, from the suffering you were enduring. And I do want to say enduring, because there's not healing here, it's endurance. So many things remind me of you, and you speak to me through music. So they're still thinking about you, and many things still remind them of you, and they're still kind of like thinking about you. Like, there's certain songs that remind them of you, that kind of thing. So we got new beginnings here. So they are looking towards a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Imagine all the unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating a room for new opportunities and new possibilities in your life. So this feels like it's somebody who's going to be quite a cheerleader in your life. So I do feel like they're going to come back in as a connection for you, but more as like a cheerleader of, I want to take care of you. I want to like embrace these new beginnings that you're going through, these new challenges, these new changes that you're going through. But I don't feel like they'll embrace a romance with you. It'll be more of like I'm happy that you're progressing. I'm being friends with you. I want to take care of you. I want to make sure you're doing well. But we're going to have a look at the Book of Love. So what do you need to know about them from the Book of Love? I can't keep my hands off you. I just want to touch you. So it was like a physical connection. Like, they did find you sexually attractive, like physically attractive. So I hope you can still trust me. I want to be with you forever. So they always want to be in a part of your life, but I almost feel like there is a certain level of guilt attached to this, of like, I feel guilty because I only wanted you for sex, or I only wanted you in a sexual way, on a physical way, a physicality way. And there's almost like an embarrassment here to it of going, I know other people have treated you like that in the past, and I'm scared that like you'll distrust me because of that and we won't be able to be friends. So it's like they feel guilty about seeing you in the sexual light because they didn't really see you in the love light. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why they distance themselves. But the main reason is because the fact that they are embracing their own life, they're focused on their own life right now, which is much more significant for them right now. But is there any advice from Spirit? Is there any advice from Spirit? You need to focus on your career and finances and let this go. You can't change their choice at this time. They've made their choice, and any attempts to make them contact you sooner will push them away, will force them away. You will get movement forward here though, once you are more secure. So you need to focus on your own confidence, and we're coming back here to your mindset. You need to shift your mindset. So for them to come back in contact with you, you need to change your mindset. The key to all this is your own stability. once you get your own stability, your own mental stability in your life, and your own positive stability without the need for anybody else to providing that, then you can progress forward. Then you can head forward. And I feel like that's when they're going to come back in your life. Though I do feel like it's going to be a cheerleader-like energy, so they're going to be embracing you and saying, oh wow, how well you're doing with your career, or how well you're doing with your life. But I don't feel like it's going to be a romantic energy, because they feel guilty, because there isn't love here, like romantic love, like I love you as a partner. There is a sexual desire here, and there is a I love you as a parent, which is kind of mixed signals really, but it's like they do care about you, but they don't really see you as somebody they would want to be in a committed long-term relationship, and they know that that's unfair to you because they feel like they'd be using you, because they don't see you as somebody who's strong enough to deal with that, or they presume that you're not strong enough to deal with that. So they're not willing to kind of broach that, but they feel a little bit guilty about that because they feel like they've been leading you on. So I hope that helps you out, and always remember, you are a master manifester. You can manifest whichever outcome you want from this. So if you do want to accept this reading, just let me know in the comments down below. Just comment I accept. And if you want to reject this reading, just comment I reject down below. And I will see you again soon. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, my lovely. This is your reading today, and today we have got your charms, which is your little heart here, which is a little like sugary heart sweet, and a little leaf. So many of you are very much like a hopeless romantic. The way you love is honestly quite sweet, kind of like very Disney, like, you know, Disney fairy tale kind of love. The way you love people is so sweet and so gentle and so delicate. It can get you in trouble sometimes though, because yeah, not everybody's nice and calm and loving towards somebody who's loving. And we've got the leaf here. And I feel like you do feel significantly drawn into nature. So it's one of the ways you recharge. It's one of the ways you get your energy back, is from like disconnecting from the world and going out into nature, because your sweet, loving, healing energy can sometimes end up being a bit draining on yourself, because you have so much love for everybody else. You're trying to take care of everybody else. It can end up draining you. So it's important for you to ground yourself in nature. And we've got number 19 here. So this is a sign of new beginnings. You're becoming more and more self-sufficient, and you're starting to complete some important phases in your life and starting to head towards a new beginning for yourself. Although you are connected with spirit here with the amethyst, it can be clouded a lot, and you feel like that you aren't connected to spirit very well or very much. You tend to put your powers and your ability to connect with spirit down a lot. So you downplay how much you really truly can connect with spirit. And this is a little bit of a negative mindset here for yourself, because it's going to heal you more if you choose to kind of go, okay, this is what I think, this is how they think, but I need to trust my own intuition. But you're not trusting that at this time. You're kind of cutting it out, you're kind of pushing it away. We've got the letters here O and A, and I said before that these might actually be the names Olivia or Adam, or it might actually be referring to this song I love you, I love you, I love you, Olivia. So in that song I love you, Olivia, is somebody saying how much they love them, how much they embrace love. So again, it might just be coming back into that I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So how do you feel at this time? How are you feeling at this time? Disconnected? Insecure? But you are determined to manifest. You do have a hopeful heart, a hopeful spirit here. Although you're feeling like you're disconnected from everybody else, like everybody is disconnected from you, and you're feeling a little bit insecure, a little bit like nervous around people, a little bit insecure, you are keeping this manifester mindset. You are keeping this like feeling of I can manifest my dreams, I can manifest my goals, I can push myself forward. You're kind of giving yourself that mindset still. So although you are stuck and you are feeling like you can't really change things right now, you are the Empress, you are in control of your own kingdom, your own thoughts. Even though you feel like you can't, you actually are in more control than you are right now. But I feel like things have slowed down for you because you have a tendency to put your needs and your desires and your wants last. The universe is giving you this time to kind of disconnect from everybody else and actually focus on what is significant to you, what is necessary to you, what is brilliant for you. So this is really kind of giving you this kind of momentum to go forward and this momentum for change. So, but keep on putting yourself last is the big thing right now. What else can you tell me? Who you really are is definitely very, very hidden and very stuck. You always come out as you want to collaborate with everybody. Like you are wanting to collaborate with everybody, but the honest answer is you're actually a starfish. You're open, you're able to create multiple possibilities for yourself. And it's time for you to delve deep into that with a swan spirit. And one thing I want to be significant about the swan card, if you've ever heard the saying, there once was an ugly duckling, like the old nursery rhyme, there once was an ugly duckling. You're kind of in this ugly duckling stage. You don't feel like you're that significant. Like, you feel like you need to be in contact with everybody else. You need other people to be the leader. You need other people to take control. But realistically, you're a swan. You're in a pond full of ducks and wondering why you're an ugly duck. And it's because you're a swan. You're not a duck, you're a swan. And you need to embrace that. You don't need other people's help to progress. You are a swan, you are beautiful, and you are independent on your own. You're strong on your own. But you definitely feel more like an ugly duckling. You're definitely passing up your own feelings of going, my feelings don't matter. With the reverse of adjustments are required, there isn't anything wrong with what you're doing. It's more like you not speaking up for yourself. My throat chakra got a bit compressed then, so there is a little bit of a blockage there in your throat chakra. Like you're blocking yourself, you're blocking your own beliefs, you're blocking your ability to believe in yourself and speak up for yourself. So there is definitely that kind of presence there. And we got Kirsch. So we got power, strength, knowledge, and defending yourself. So you do feel like you have to defend yourself all the time. Like you're having to defend yourself all the time. And that just isn't true. You have a lot of strength. You have the ability to manifest the dreams and goals you desire. But you feel like you're on the defensive. You feel like you have to defend yourself. But actually you're the seat of power. You're just not embracing that power is the big issue, the big obstacle here. So what about the person you're connecting to? How do they feel at this time? Or how are their feelings at this time? Definitely work on that throat chakra though. Definitely work on your throat chakra. What about them though? What are their thoughts at this time? How are they living their life at this time? I feel like actually they are trying to, I'm going to get a top card as well. They are trying to communicate with you. They are trying to communicate with you. It might not be directly because this is in no contact. But every time they try and contact anybody, every time they try and talk to anybody, every time they try and express themselves to anybody, not just you, but other people, it gets lost in translation. Like, they can never fully communicate themselves. They can never fully communicate properly. This is a little bit of an issue to do with either childhood or because they are young. They haven't quite learned that. Either they didn't learn that in childhood, how to communicate with others, how to talk to others, or like they felt like they just couldn't speak up or they couldn't communicate with others. With the death card here though, I do feel like that there is a new beginning at this time. Like they are manufacturing or creating a new beginning at this time. But communication is definitely an issue for them. Like they have problems with communicating. They have problems with communication, with they have problems with how do I communicate with people, how do I kind of talk to people, how do I communicate. So they do have problems with that. I almost feel like they're trying to manifest order into life. They're trying to get everything neat and tidy in their life right now. So that's one of the reasons why they're in no contact, because they're trying to organise, they're trying to restructure their life, even though they have problems communicating. Anything else? I just want to take this one at the bottom. Frog Spirit, clean out the clutter. So they're definitely cleaning out the clutter here. We've got one card behind it that's glued itself behind it. And we've got Giraffe Spirit, see the bigger picture. So it's important for you to see the bigger picture here, that there's no use them getting in contact with you while they're a mess. There's no use them being in contact with you while their life is a mess. It's better that they clear out all this clutter first and then come towards you and then come on in contact. Because if they come into contact with you right now, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for you. Definitely a time for healing right now. Definitely a time for healing. And they're very in the edge, getting ready to achieve their goals. But this is a time for healing for them. It's a time for them to kind of clear out the clutter. They're in this time of healing, time of clearing out clutter in their life. But definitely still communication issues. So we got Shira, we got divine power, success, blesses, and curses. So not literally curses. I feel like with the curses part, it's more of generational curses. So they're kind of cleaning out some generational curses, like as in like traumas that have happened through generations of their family, through generations in their life. They're clearing all of that clutter out right now so that they can come in stronger, they can come in with better communication with you. But they are close to achieving their goals, they're close to doing this. There is still communication issues and they're still working on this time. But we're going to see now just how do they actually feel towards you romantically, like how do they feel about this connection in general. And then we'll go into as well, like, are they going to actually contact you? Are they going to reach out at this time? So, how do they actually feel directly about you and their next actions? How do they feel about you and their next actions? They feel like that they are improving themselves in order to take actions towards you, in order to grow up, in order to become the person you need them to be. So this is like them saying, look, I do really care, but I need to become a better person for you. There is a lot of love there, a lot of emotions there. They do feel like they're worried about you spending time with other people, like as in, is there more suitors in your life? Is there other people around you that are going to date you? Am I going to miss out my shot, miss out my chance here? There is this worry of, have I missed out my chance? Have I missed out my shot? You do deserve love though, and they know that. With the reverse of breadcrumbing, they're not trying to breadcrumb you, but they can't give you the love that you deserve at this time. So they did have this problem of that they weren't trying to breadcrumb you, but they couldn't really give you the love you deserved. The Gold Digger card here, I feel like almost like the way that they used to show their love was by buying things or buying people's love. And because you didn't want that, they didn't know how to react to you. They didn't know how to behave towards you. They didn't know how to, like, react. So, because of that, they're like, well, I can't give you money because that's not what you want. What do you want? And you want that emotional connection. You want that love. And they're just not, they weren't emotionally ready to give that. They weren't emotionally grown enough. Sometimes I stay awake thinking of you. I knew exactly what I was doing. So they stay awake thinking about you. They knew exactly what they were doing. I love you unconditionally. So this person definitely loves you a lot. Has this unconditional love for you. It's like the right person, wrong time, you know? These two definitely just want to come out. The past is now behind you. Embrace it. Embrace the new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And we've got freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want to be. So they're working on their own freedom. They're working on freeing themselves so that they can have romance with you. So this is more like right person, wrong time. They are going to need some time to get themselves sorted, get themselves into a stronger position, a better position, and then they will come towards you with this love. But they weren't able to before because they weren't emotionally ready for that, and they couldn't really emotionally provide that yet. We're going to have a look now at the Book of Love. So how are they feeling about you in the Book of Love? I want to show you off to the world because I'm so proud you chose me. They want to show you off to the world because they're so proud that you chose them. I wish you could understand what I'm truly thinking. So they really wish they could improve, they could express how they truly feel about you and how they truly feel about this connection. But we're going to have a little bit of look, a little bit deeper though. Just, are they actually going to contact you within the next 6 months? Yeah, within the next 6 months. I feel like they will be in contact with you, or they will be in contact with you in a better manner, should I say. I feel like there is a temptation that will contact you before then, but they might not be in the right kind of level yet for a real kind of romance, a real kind of connection. But there is love there, and I feel like they do daydream about you and dream about you a lot. But please do remember that you are a master manifester, and you have the ability to control and manifest the dream life you want. Just let the universe know down in the comment section, I accept this or I reject this, so you can put your power in whichever direction you wish, and I will see you soon.